Hey guys, so today on the channel we'll be taking a look at the Kamen Rider Saber Brave Dragon version figure from SH Figuarts. So I pre-ordered this figure before I'd seen much of the show because Kamen Rider's awesome, and I thought that the design was pretty cool. And then I started watching the show and kind of wasn't feeling it, so I was a little bit like, maybe I shouldn't have bought the figure. But then it's finally gotten good and the design's really grown on me. So at first I thought that the sword coming out of the top of his head was a little bit goofy, kind of looked just sort of strange, but I actually think the design's really cool. And it's really cool getting it in toy form because you can see all the details on the costume. There's a lot of asymmetry. His visor looks really cool with the sort of clear plastic merging into the darker orangey red flames and the asymmetry of it. It's really cool. He's got a lot of you've got a lot of matte paint, you've got like glossy paint, metallic-y paint, like it's all really cool different textures. And it just gives the figure a really awesome look. He's highly articulated, like all the Kamen Rider figures are really articulated, so you can get them all in all those dynamic poses. And just in general, the Kamen Rider figures from SH Figuarts just have a quality feel to them. I do feel they're a little bit pricey for what they are. So unless you're really into Kamen Rider, I probably wouldn't recommend them too much, just based on price alone. But I think you pay for quality and you get quality. And all the joints feel nice and firm. There's no looseness or anything. So he looks down quite a bit and up quite a bit. Considering the sort of his outfit with the big shoulder pad, nothing feels hindered, so you can get him in all sorts of crazy poses, and you never feel like you've got to make allowances for things. So the shoulder pad's on a little hinge joint there, which is really good, so you can lift it up, get it out of the way. And I really like the clear plastic on the eyes of the dragon on his shoulder. Looks really good. Another thing is the shoulder joints actually pull out, so you get a little bit more range of motion. You've also got double hinged elbows. I noticed one of the arms felt a little bit tight, so I was a little bit felt a little bit worried moving it, but I haven't had any breakages, and these figures aren't really known to break. Although I'd be a bit cautious. I wouldn't place him too close to the edge of a shelf, because if he fell, I could see that sword on the top of his head snapping, because it's quite a rigid plastic. Yeah, so this arm here is a little bit tight. The plastic kind of makes a bit of a noise, so if you wanted to maybe oil it up so it's not too, it's not going to shear off at the joint, but it should be fine. The legs also drop down a little bit so you can get more range of motion, which I don't even think they needed, to be honest. And I think that knee pad may pop off at some stage, and I've got some other Kamen Rider figures where the knee pads aren't glued on and they can come off. They're very small pieces. But yes, ankle articulation's great. I love the glossy white paint on his legs, and it's just a striking color scheme. It's just a really cool design. The loincloth, not a loincloth, the side cape thing that he's got around his waist is it's sort of pegged in at the back, and it can rotate around his right leg, so it doesn't get in the way, and it's a nice soft rubber. And his sword looks pretty cool too, although the back has no detail, and it may be like that in the show, but I'm not sure. But it looks really cool. It's got the clear red plastic, although it doesn't quite, I feel like it doesn't fit in his hand enough. It fits, but it's not very tight. He comes with I think they call them the Wonder Rider books, so they can go on the different slots on his belt. There's no detail on that, which is kind of a shame. I feel like they should have had some stickers or something you could put in there, but other than that, like, it's just packed with detail. And all in all, just like just the asymmetry of the design looks really cool. I just think that looks awesome. You can get him just into some really good poses. But yeah, also one of the things that kind of annoyed me was his hands have a little plastic guard piece on the back of them, and for whatever reason, there's only one guard, so you have to take it off and put it on the other hands, which comes with a lot of different hands. I didn't show them in this video because they're all, variations on the same kind of style pose hands. But yeah, that kind of annoyed me. There's a really tiny piece that you could lose quite easily. So here he is next to Batman and Skeletor. So I think he's about 6 inches tall. He's not like a heroically proportioned figure. He's just looks like a dude in a suit, which is exactly like the show. And yeah, I think the Kamen Rider figures are all quality. They look cool, and it's really fun having them all next to each other because you can, I don't know, they often cross over with each other, and they, it's just a Kamen Rider just has cool designs. So yeah, I highly recommend this figure, and I recommend checking out the show because it does get good. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys.